So we've talked a bit about trigger points and the fact that these are basically like knots in your soft tissue in the muscles. And I pretty much have them all over my body and I have to keep them in check. So, nutrition and hydration obviously have played a huge role to get me to a point where I can function at a fairly high level. But one of the very important things in dealing with trigger points and keeping your muscles loose and functioning properly is basically self-massage with a roller and a ball. So these are some of the tools that I use. And I thought it would be helpful if I just maybe demonstrate some of the key trigger point areas and how I use these to relieve some of that tension and some of those knots. So with the roller, it's always helpful, I think, to go down the full length of the body. So I will often start up under my shoulder. This is a common trigger point area here behind the shoulder. And you can just kind of roll back and forth this way, in addition to rolling up and down this way. So you just try to get it from every angle, and I can feel it feels great. You might find it a little bit painful at first, but I think you'll find that you get a lot of relief from this type of motion. So just continue on along your side body and until you get to the hip area. Sometimes it's hard to use the roller in the hip area, it's a bit awkward. So I will sometimes bypass that and move down the leg on the roller. And again, you want to try the front, the side, the back a little bit, and then even roll back and forth and work your way down. Oh, I found a good knot right there. Then you can use the roller as well for the lower leg. The only thing is you're not getting as much weight down on the roller because obviously that part of your body is a little lighter. But if you're sensitive and you feel like this is enough, then by all means you can roll this way on your calf and on the outside of your lower leg as well. And then what I do, if I find a particularly difficult knot or something that's hard to reach, like in the hip area, that's when I go for the ball. And the ball is also useful for the calf because you can push into it once you find a knot. And then you just kind of move it around, circles, back and forth, side to side. And same with the hip. I find that this is my most useful tool for the outside of the hip here. So you find the area that seems to be bothering you, put the ball right on that spot, and then again you just kind of move your body back and forth, side to side. And it really does help. At least it helps me.